Calllum Robson is a man on fire. He's out there in the lineup now. He'll be taking on Nolan Rapoza, the surfer from Long Beach, who has just been in scintillating form on his run through to this semi-final. And he's going to continue to bring the fire with those big backhand blasts. He'll need to, because Callum's been rock solid, Bugs. Are the surfers gassed out of breath when they make their way in?
I'm not so sure they're gassed out of breath, Ronnie, but they're more a bit decimated from the keyhole every now and again as we see Calllum up and riding here.
Well, nice hit there from Calllum. He'll look to hang on to this one and find some more open face down the line. This wave, though, stretching out.
And here's Calllum. This second turn of Calllum here is a mighty...
Big belt.
Big belt by Calllum, but then he thought that maybe this would reform. You know, a bit like the Leo wave earlier on.
Yeah, it tried. Calllum whipped that board through some of those trademark carves. Would be a little double up here. Meanwhile, on the outside, Rapoza up. A couple of good sections there. And smashing this one. Earlier in the event, had the hair just out there, free-flowing. He means business now, though.
Oh, he sure does, and he's dangerous when he gets in this position.
Wow, what a turn.
What an opening ride here for Nolan Rapoza. One of his best.
This is the full throwback to Matty Wilkinson's run in 2016. He's going to hang on to a critical finish there. That's going to be a huge score to kick things off here against one of the most consistent performers of 2022. Nolan surrendered priority. Calllum took the first wave. It didn't really come to much, but this wave is going to be a big score, Bugs.
Yeah, and the way he brought it back onto the bank, and this wave, as you know, we've spoken about how dangerous the goofy footers are when they get into that top to bottom wrapping motion, but this one's also combined with some down the line theatrics, and he gets around this section, and then you go, well, hang on, because if he gets an open section here at Rainbow,
whoa,
this is big stuff. This last turn is mighty. He sets up here. This is unbelievable surfing. Incredibly difficult to finish that off.
There we are, still waiting for this score to come in, and Nolan's not going to waste any time in backing that number up, but he's going to get a little swamped and caught behind there.
And obviously, in the eights, and here's Calllum now. It's in his wheelhouse to get excellent scores. He's done it earlier. His responses have been amazing. A similar wave to his first one, Ron.
Yeah, not really doing much, that wave.
This one, I don't believe he could get in front of it. That foam ball's racing off.
About 3 days ago, you had all of your 94 coaches giving you some advice, and I think you eyeballed every single one of us and said, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have some good people in my corners and work with some great, knowledgeable legends, and yeah, just take bits and pieces from everyone and try to do it in 30 minutes.
You're doing that, mate. 2 more to go. Good luck.
Oh, here we go. Big ride out the back there for Calllum. Used priority. Surfed himself a ways down the line here. Playing catch-up at the moment. Doesn't need a lot to get into the lead, but once Nolan Rapoza drops that backup score, he's going to be in a real spot of bother.
You know, he's gone from being an air kid to the king of carve.
Yeah, that's true. Just packed on plenty of muscle in that off-season, and here he is. Clouts the first section, out onto the open face, grinds through the carve now. Will this wave connect up for him through the inside? He's going to stick with it and give it a chance, but already looking out the back, and you can see there that wall's gone very flat.
Yeah, it's a fader.
But rock solid again on the opening manoeuvre. If he gets the opportunity, the surfing's there at the moment. But, you know, he doesn't need to push it too hard at this point. He's really in a strong position now with the 8, as you mentioned. Here's the replay of Callum's last ride. Came through at a 5.27.
I mean, if it had gone on, this would have been a super high score of 5.27. You know, he'd be really happy right now to get about a 6.5 or a 7. That would really kind of make his day.
15 minutes to go. Calllum having a look at one on the outside.
8.17 ride by his opponent.
Here we go.
He likes to look at this one. It must have something down the line.
He's looking for the backup. Rips into the carve. But he gets ankle tapped in that white water. I'll take this one on the inside. Has to have the goal in mind of getting into the lead at least to force that rotation and make Calllum make the move. to give himself some space at the takeoff. This is a smaller ride. I doubt it'll factor in at the end of the heat unless it does something miraculous down the line here, but he's going to get on the ski. Didn't get a win, but had a number of strong finishes. And here he goes. We'll see if he can compose himself here. Big float to get started. This wave standing up pretty nicely. Just a transition turn to set up a bigger hit here. Nice combo. Remember, he's only after a 5.58 to get back in front here. Hunting the open face down the line. And he'll dig in again. Might get a couple more opportunities to smash the wave, but no, this one's fading off into deep water already. Just over 8 minutes to go. Will that be enough to get him in front? He's been so consistent in posting big numbers. He's here with a shot at getting into the final again.
This turn right here, Ronnie, this is just a money turn. He comes around this section and just whacks it, belts it so hard. And it just leaves a little bit more for him here. This is all powerful. It might be kind of similar, but it's just in attack mode. He didn't get his big wrapping turns in. He got a little head dip at the... He's got to settle down. He can't get a settler.
Oh, late drop there. And he did very well to survive that drop, and now out on the open face. Love what Matt said about just going after every section and not holding back, because he is up against a surfer that's well up into the top 10 on the Championship Tour ranks. And Rapoza, he is begging this wave to run again through the inside. I mean, even on these smaller sections, Bugs, you can tell this guy is so switched on right now.
So switched on. I mean, in this way, a little growing section for him here. He gets that finisher in. Yeah, that's something.
Only needed a 4.33.
He's got that. And this takeoff is brilliant. He just gets spat out the bottom of that wave, and it's an incredible. The big foam ball coming towards him all the time. He's battling that foam ball. There's still no pocket for him. Now there is. He comes around this section now, and this wave just starting to show a bit of form through the inside. It looks like it's going to really fade off, but he gets some great work done. And this one section here adds just that little bonus that should get him into the lead.
Having a good think about it, and he's going for it. This is going to be his last opportunity. Needs a 5.68 first turn. Really strong. Out onto the open face. Big carve. Nice rebound, but he's going to lose it in the whitewater here. Calllum Robson's going to fall short of the requirement. 5.68, 50 seconds to go. Well, Matty Myers willing him down the line, and Calllum gets another shot at it here on the end section. Cuts back to the bowl, wants to set up this steep section. Swings the tail. Nice slide there. Up into the pocket. Bashes that section. Driving down the line. Calllum Robson after a 5.68. Big carve. And this wave just keeps providing. And he is smashing this thing down the line. Nerves of steel on show again. And finally, the emotion from Robson.
You can pick these things up down there. And it's a beautiful little wall into rainbow.
Wow, what about the surfing?
This turn, whack, massive rooster, backs it up again, smashes that lip, comes around that section, carves into a cutback, and there's more to it. God, this is an incredible ride.
He just ate all the meat off the boat. As the VIP deck comes to life, Nolan Rapoza is going to try and answer here. What a ride. He found it way down the line. Rapoza goes down. And you get the feeling that might be his shot gone. That was incredible. The nerve of this guy. Unbelievable. He was up against it from the opening stages. Nolan Rapoza dropping the 817, waiting on the numbers to come through, but you know they're going high.
He gets 2 waves in it with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. The first one's a dud. Count him out? No.
That is huge. 7.33. And Calllum Robson will take on Sheldon Simkus in the final here at the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro, presented by Rip Curl.